Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about LED lighting and specifically light bars. So I've been wanting to get a light bar for the Titan for a while, but the problems that I'm running into is I don't want one, like you always hear about too much noise, and I don't want it to affect the aerodynamics. I know it's really common to put them right at the top of the window right here, and I could do that. And there's also a kit to put them on the top of the ARE cap, but my concern on all those solutions is I feel like it's gonna affect the aerodynamics too much. This is already a very big truck. It's lifted on 35s, a 6-inch lift, so it's already big, it's already high, and I don't want anything messing up my aero even more. So what I'm gonna do, let me show you the lights and I'll show you where I'm gonna put them. So I bought these on Amazon. They were about $140. If I can show that. I'll post a link to them in the description, but it comes with a whole bunch of stuff for the amount of money. This was one of the very cheap ones that seemed to have like okay reviews. You can never really tell, like, you know, obviously going with a good brand is you know, pretty much a sure thing. But when you go with cheap stuff, it's hit or miss. Sometimes you can do really well, sometimes you can do really bad. And here it all is in its glory. So this is this 52-inch. They call this a 52-inch light bar, but it's really, it's a, whatever this is, a 32 or a 40 with the side ones, meaning that it equals a big light bar. And the reason why I went with this one is because it has these little pivot things on the side. Let me show you how this goes together. But basically it expands on the sides and you can hook them up like that, something like that, something like that. Now the reason for this, okay, so we've established this is a 32-inch light bar. So from measuring the car, the place I wanted to put it was going to be right in front of the, like right here, because I didn't want it to really block the grill, and I don't see anywhere I could put it on the grill. So the best place I could see was to mount it, like basically drill into the bumper and just have it right along there. And the problem there is, as you can see, the bumper goes in on the sides, on each side. So what you're left with as far as room to put a light bar is just this across here. I can't do this and show you the camera. Right there. So there's the ruler out to about 50 inches. So as you can see right there, you couldn't put a very big one because it goes in on the sides. So if you look at the portion before it goes in, it's only about 45 inches, 44 inches. So to go anything past that, like if you wanted to put a 52-inch or whatever light bar, you couldn't do it. So the theory is that this will allow me to get the curves and to fit it all around. Now I know it has like a bunch of fittings and stuff, and hopefully it makes that possible, but I guess we will see. So so I can end up with a little bit more coverage since it'll give me side light, and it'll actually bolt on. So I'm hoping that'll work. We'll see. And then it also comes with this one, which is just a normal 32-inch light bar. And this one I was going to put in the back, like under the back bumper. And these I was going to put on the side. Let me show you where. So I'm thinking like probably something like that, like one over here and then one in the back or something like that maybe. I'm not really sure. I haven't given the side ones all that much thought, but I could maybe even do under here or something like that going forward. I don't know. I don't really want to mess up the aero, so I'm kind of wary of anything that's gonna, you know, the one in the front by itself is gonna block plenty, and the one in the rear will too. The one on the top would just be even worse, because as you know, if you've ever been in a car with one of those things, or a truck, whatever, they're super loud. Like the wind rushing across them makes usually like this howl or squeak noise. It's horrible. I don't want to deal with all that. So Yeah, so these are going to go on the side, and then that big one in the rear. And now to look at the brightness and to test the performance, I have all of this one hooked up. So you can show you here. See that? And it's cycling back and forth because I have it hooked up to my Victron charger right here. So it's actually a charger, it's not a power supply, so it keeps trying to read the voltage, so it lowers it and then turns it back up. But the great thing about this charger is it will tell you how much power it's using. So right now it's using the full 15 amps, so this is only a 15 amp charger, so this setup obviously uses at least 15 amps if it's maxing this out, and when it's maxed out the voltage is dropping to 8 volts. I'm going to disconnect just one side and see if I can get some more data. Alright, I disconnected just that one side. Hopefully we have enough power so it can see how much we're using. But right there you see, so it's 8.3 amps for the whole thing. So I would imagine, or for just these two, so I would imagine for the whole thing it's somewhere around 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. So a good amount of power. It's actually not bad. And for the amount of light that it's outputting, I'm not really sure the best way to show you guys, but let me go outside and show you. I'm going to plug in my Victron charger to the truck. Plugged in, turn that on. Should have power. Okay, now let me go get the lights. So it's very dark out here right now, so this should be a decent test. I mean, besides the lights right here, but we're gonna illuminate this area, which goes back pretty far to those trees, and we'll be able to see if it's any good. All right, so we got 3 of the basic lights to test. This is the 32-inch one. This is the same size as that's gonna go on the back, or it's also the same size in the front, and the front also includes these little side ones like I was showing. So I'm going to test them all individually just to see what kind of light output and what kind of power each one of these uses, and obviously you can just add up the power and like the lighting. So it's going to have 2 more of these, or 1 more of these, and then 1 of these in the front and 1 in the back, and then 4 of these guys total. So let's turn them on and see what they look like. All right, the first we're going to do is this big guy. So will that work? That would be brilliant, but I'm sure it won't. We'll put it on the floor and then I'll pick it up. Alrighty. So let's take a look. Here's it sideways. Look at that. Shining all the way over there. And that's with it off. So you can see this is a lot of light. I mean, the dispersal's not the best, but you know, you can't argue that it is not a lot of light. And there's the light bar. So it's decent. I mean, I'm sure like the better light bars are better. I have no doubt of that. But you know, if you're looking for something just cheap and a lot of lights, this is a lot of lights for 140 bucks. So the pattern's kind of all over the place, but you know, you can see long and you can also see close, so I think it's pretty good. So that's the 32-inch, and according to the Victron, that 32-inch light is using 6 amps of power. So now we're going to be taking a look at the individual side light, and these are the lights that go on the side of the big one that are going to be in the front. So there's that, and it's using, according to this, 2 amps of power. Now let's see how this is. So this is just going to be, there's going to be 2 of these, and these are going to be in addition to that main one. So you can see a lot of light comes out of these too. So these are going to be on the sides. So if you think about 2 of these and that first one, that's going to be a lot of light. This one's pretty good. Not bad at all. Let's see, we're seeing off out in the distance. Not bad, not bad, not bad. For just this light. 2 amps. And now last but not least is the little cutesy lights. And it comes with 4 of these total. And it shows this one is using 0.9 amps. So I'm not sure if this is gonna, I mean, it shows you the amount of power that it's supplying to it. So maybe not the most scientific, but it should, you know, it's data. It should be good data. And here's this little one. You can see if, you know, they're not as bright. They're obviously a lot smaller. You can see there, but they're I mean, there's some light coming out of it. You can't quite get it to look all the way down there, but you can get close. Still not bad for just 0.9 amp. Okay amount of light. Okay, so there you have it. These are the lights. For 140 bucks, it comes with what is that? 4 of those, and then the front and the rear, depending on how you want to look at it. It comes with a bunch of stuff for the money. It's cheap. I mean, it's super cheap. Like, I don't know if the lights are going to be quality. Like, most people seem to have good results with them, but some people were getting water and stuff in them. And you know, I live in Houston, so these things, I'm going to put them through the paces. If they're going to get water in them, they will get water in them here. So well, at least find out if they're any good. So that's gonna be it for now. I just wanted to do that quick unboxing and show you the lights. In the next video, well, the next video I'm probably gonna go racing, but eventually I'll install the lights on the car, probably next week or maybe this weekend on the truck, and then we'll see how they are. Again, I'm showing you where I'm putting the lights. I'm putting it on the bumper and not on the top because I don't want to mess up my aerodynamics. So we'll see if it works, and we'll see how the light output is, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peace.
Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated. Weed is engaged in the pavement. Rubber escorts like I'm